I guess I had my mic unmuted that entire time. So, you know, it's really good that I wasn't just in here singing along or something like that. Y'all would have heard me. It would have been embarrassing. Hi, everybody. How are we doing today? Welcome on in. Good to have y'all. Hello, hello, hello. Hi, hi, hi. Happy Friday. Welcome on in. Good to have y'all out here. Hellos. Hi's. Scuffed it. It's fine. It's fine. It's just a week of scuffed streams. That's all it is. We're just in a full-on week of scuffed streams here, and we're just gonna embrace it. We're still vibing. We're still hanging. We're having a good time. We're doing good stuff. It's great. It's totally fine. Totally chill. Zero issues whatsoever. And you know, we're just having a great time. That's what we're here for, right? It's just good vibes, good times, all that type of stuff. So hi, how we doing, everybody? Welcome on in. See, we got SJ Red Rabbit, we got our Rep Zero. Hello, Miss May, how we doing? Riders Unite. We got Battlefield Left, what's going on? Taja, how we doing? Hi. Valen Knight, what's up? Dan BTN by membership today. Thanks so much, dude. Welcome aboard. Good to have you. Hi. Yes, hellos. Hi. Train Warrior, how we doing? Moira, what's up? Super Taco, how we doing? Hello. What project are you gathering resources for today? Don't really know. All I know is I need a ton of resources in the future. And I've got the general direction of what I need the resources for. So we're just gonna just vibe.
Hi there, good sir. How are you doing today?
I'm good, ZX. Thank you so much for the donut, dude. I hope you're doing well today too. Welcome on in. And Potato People Amber, thank you for the whole year, my dude. 12 months at tier 2. Thank you so much for the 1 year. I really appreciate that. Thank you. So many mountains. Absolutely so many mountains. So many. So, like, please, game. Hello, game is loaded in. Speaking of so many mountains, I did import it. Thankfully, looking around at a little cheeky free cam action here, there's actually not too much mountain that needs to be removed before we can build new mountain. We just have that little section, and we've got this, the peak, the tallest peak of the old one, and then a little bit in there that needs to be carved out, a little bit in there, but like not a whole lot of this mountain actually needs to get removed in order to build the new one. It's really nice. We're not going to be building this today. As well, I need 35,000 grass blocks, 45,000 snow layers. I don't even know if that accounts for the difference in layers. I'm assuming it does because we need 14,000 snow. We need 12,000 short grass. And we need 1,300 tall grass, so we need 13,000 short grass. We need 6,300 tough. That's going to be kind of a tough one. Acacia, we need over a shulker of logs. And then over half a shulker of wood. Pale oak, thankfully, is not as bad, but yeah, there's a lot of materials in there that we need. It's been so long since I caught a stream. So excited for the mountain. Welcome on in. I'm gonna turn that placement off because I think it'll help the lag a little by not having it in there. But yeah, so today I thought it could be kind of fun just to run around and go gather up a bunch of stuff and seeing where things go. Yeah, that's a bit of a list, huh? It's a bit of a list. Have you been in Block Wars? No, I haven't. I've been invited, but I'll be honest, I'm not a huge fan of those types of events. I love MCC because it's a lot of my friends that play in it. And also Scott being the organizer, I love to support him, but I'm not a huge fan of those types of events. They're just not really for me. Thank you all so much for the support on yesterday's video, by the way. We built this. It's finally in. The video is out of this being built up. We can finally wander around it on stream and see all the cool stuff going on in here. Woo! Yay! Fun vibes. Good stuff.
Pleased to meet you.
Magsy with the 14. No,
it's
14.
My daughter's 13th
42
today.
months today.
She's watched so many of your videos.
Happy birthday to your daughter too. Thank you so much for the 42 months from you, and big happy birthdays. Huge happy birthdays. Hope you all have some good fun plans going on today. University looks banging right on the edge of the cliff. It does. It's pretty good, Rofo. It's pretty good. How we doing today? Welcome on in. Yeah, it's I think my favorite view is from like one of my favorite views is from like right down here. Just being able to see it like right above. The tree kind of blocks it, but I also kind of love that. But being able to see it just like appearing behind the peaks of the shorter buildings here just feels so grand, dude. Oh, it feels so good to be able to look at that. Finally, it's in. Finally, it's in the hardcore world. I love it. I'm very, very happy that it's up there. Video is great. Super fun. Yeah, I tried something a lot different for that one. Kind of just brushing through the resource gathering stuff a little bit quicker and then really moving into doing a lot more heavy time based around actually like talking through the idea of why I did things, not just showing how I did things. So almost a little bit of going into the lore side and really slowing down those segments, even though there was a ton of stuff that needed to be made, but people seemed to really enjoy it. So that was fun. How are we doing, Crimson? Has no emotes here. Twitch is rough. Just a rough one. I need to pin the message in chat for the merch. 1 second. Let me pause this. We don't want any. No. No, there it is. Sorry, I'm like way out of it today. Today's turned into a busy morning. Sorry, I gotta do my promo of my merch. 1 minute. Sorry. Okay, there's the pinned message there. And can I just copy that whole message? Yes. And we can throw that in Twitch. Bam! Dude, we're good. Okay. We're set. Working on the Twitch one for you. Oh, I got it. Thank you, though. I appreciate it. Thank you. I accidentally had my chat set up wrong. My chats weren't combining. I only had Twitch chat showing. Sorry, YouTube. Missed y'all for a minute there. I'm really great. So glad it's the weekend. I had so many client meets today. I'm all peopled out. Dude, I feel you. Love last video.
Gathering materials for the mountain today.
Nah, just kind of general material. Part of it will go for the mountain. We'll see. I'm just kind of restocking today. Love last video. One thing I really want to see, though, was a nighttime shaders cinematic shot showing the greenhouses. Any chance you could do that today? If we get to the nighttime and we're in the area, somebody remind me before I sleep, and then we'll, if we're still around here when the night's setting. But yeah, I can try and do that. It is cool once all the greenhouses, the lights turn on at the end of the day. That's always a fun one. But yeah, we literally just slept, so we're 10 minutes out. Just missed it. My friends, click the like button if you haven't already. I very much do appreciate it. Thank you. Let's first sort out these. Oh, hey, that one's already sorted. Nice. Actually, that can go there. There's one empty. There's two empty. This all needs to go down, so we'll just... all the copper can just go in here. I don't need to save 2 white carpet.
Cha-ching!
That can also go with that box. Repicero, thank you so much for the gift membership, dude. I appreciate you. Thank you. Turning into stream today while playing my recently 500 day survival world. Nice, dude. Congrats. 500 days is a good amount of time. Missed the beginning of stream because I didn't get a notification. It's okay. You're here now. That's what matters. Do I have space in this box for 21 gray glass paints? I do not. Why do I have shroom lights in here? I never use shroom lights. Okay, so part of me was thinking today we would do like a whole Ender Chest revamp stream, but I don't think I'm ready for that. I don't think I'm mentally prepared to revamp my Ender Chest right now. So we're not gonna do that, because that sounds scary. Just so you finish the university episode. It's the best build in this world. I'd love to see some cinematic shots and shaders, please. Did I not put any in there? I thought I put a few. Maybe I just did one. I tend to not really use shaders, but maybe. I'm thinking about doing a before and after. Don't look at this. Of like the world. Somebody had mentioned on stream on Wednesday. I want to do like a short series of doing like before and after shots of like this Minecraft world before we did any building in it. So just the blank seed and then comparing it to what we have now. I thought something like that could be a really fun little like mini shorts series to go through.
Pleased to meet you.
So we'll see.
All hail the Shulker Monsters.
I love Shulker Monsters. Lady Katz, how we doing? Thank you for the 38 months. I appreciate ya. Oh, that's Schnur. No need Schnur. Schnur bad. What's next since the university is done? We've got the lower university to build. That's next week's video, at least. We didn't get that to that in this one.
For real.
But after that, I'm gonna be
on the
cooling off a
City
little.
Hall?
Wall next to City Hall. Wall next to City Hall. What is wall next to City Hall? Oh, that like big flat wall. Yeah, we started prepping up for that in the mountain transformation, so we just got to get through that. Or not get through it, but get to building the mountain, and then that'll all get fixed up. So it's in process. It's in progress. Progress. Yes, we're making progress on it. Words. The one that's a plain wall. Yeah. I think I know which one. Like behind the city hall, like up where it's just carved out of the mountain. Yeah, that'll get fixed up once we're doing the mountain. I just don't have the blocks ready for it.
Pleased to meet you.
So we're gonna build a mountain. No, a mountain is not the next video. I can tell you that much right now. Oh, I thought I'd timed that together up above that lip. Dang it. Where's all my Schnur? I have boxes of Schnur in here somewhere. Schnur. I'm gonna regret that I started throwing away that snow. I'm gonna need all of it. How long does it take you to edit video? Because your videos are amazing. So chill. I have an editor who does a lot of that for me. I'm taking notes and actively like deciding what's going to happen in the video as things are coming up.
Doing an items restock.
Yeah. Pretty much. That's the goal. But so I typically, I know in our contract that we have, I have like, I want to say 12 to 15 hours of his time a week, because he has a few other clients too. And so we usually use all of that time when we're working through the different video edits and things like that. So I'd say the videos typically probably are in the 12-hour range to get edited down. And then they're probably getting near 100 days of gameplay into every single video. Red Rabbit, thank you so much for the 10 gift memberships. I really appreciate you. Thank you. All right, there's that one. All right, I know I just started stream, but I'm actually going to use the restroom real quick. So I'll be right back with y'all. I do apologize. Un momento. Bear Beast. Red Rabbit, though, thank you so very much for the dono. I really appreciate it. I'll be right back. Okay, y'all got an early chair stream. Too much caffeine today. Too much caffeine. I was like, oh no. Sat down to start streaming. I was like, I gotta pee. Okay, we're chilling. We're back. We're vibing.
Pleased to meet you.
Like stream for the chair. _fWhip
Of course,
chair.
I get back as that comes through. May, thank you so much for the 31 months. I appreciate you. Thank you. Linksy, thank you so much for the 20 months, dude. I caught you. Yeah, you didn't escape. You didn't. I saw you trying to sneak that one in. How we doing? Welcome on in. Thank you so very much. Okay, we're good to go now. We're good. For dorm room interiors, have you considered using different nations of your city as room inspo? That could be kind of cool to throw, like, I wish we, dude, that's, so part of me would absolutely love to get into making custom map art. Thought I snuck that one past you. Ah, no, not at all. Not at all. Not at all. I'm a professional, didn't you know? I'm a super professional. Never miss anything. But anyways, custom map art. A big part of me, like, would love to just have custom map art all over this world, and like to make a bunch of things that we could use just to like throw into different spaces, especially now that people figured out that you can use building out in the end, like over a glass layer will create the background to be invisible. So you can use that to make like really cool decorative stuff just in anywhere. And I would love, that was so smooth. Wow, I'm so smooth. I would love to be able to like have access to those, and I'd love to be able to design those, but actually building them in the world, I just, no part of me wants to take a part of the world that like gets designated as map art land. I guess it would be in the end, so it would be oh, I forgot the gravel. Dang it. It would be in the end, so it wouldn't be like the most in your face thing ever, but it still would probably be pretty annoying to see. Real smooth. Did you name the ghast? I haven't named the ghast yet. No, I'm a little ahead on recorded videos, so I haven't gotten into that one yet. I do have an idea in mind for the ghast name. I just have not picked the ghast name yet. Well, I haven't actually named the ghast in the world yet, I should say. I think I picked the name. No, I'm not sharing it. You all have to wait until I actually do it in the video. Did you see a POV from Past Life yet? No, I was actually chatting with Scott, Grian, and Jimmy, and a few others yesterday, just hanging. We're all playing WoW. And I was just like, so what did you guys do for Past Life this time? And they're like, what? I was like, I'll be honest, I haven't even seen it at all. Like, what's the gimmick? Like, what's the thing about Past Life? And they were just kind of like, wait, you don't know what's going on? And I was like, no. So they're like explaining like how it all works to me and everything, and I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. But no, I haven't seen anything for it. Literally nothing from Past Life. I haven't watched a single video. I watched the last one, and then I just felt like there was so much going on that you had to watch all the different POVs to really like get the idea. And I just don't have the time for that, so I was like, I'm just not gonna watch. And I have a lot of other videos that I've been more interested in recently. My YouTube home feed has been absolutely awesome recently with just sending me really small Minecraft creators that are getting like 100 or 200 views on their videos. And they're just chilling in their little survival worlds, making stuff, and they're all such talented builders. And I've been having a blast just watching those. Yeah, they did tell me about Mumbo's appearance in Joel's video. And the guy who edits for Joel was in the call too. Or at least edits that series for Joel. So we were talking about him. We're talking about him normally editing for Joel, and then having the difference of it still being a Joel video, but having to edit it as if it like as Mumbo's being Joel, and so like trying to like bring all that in line. It was interesting to hear about. But no, yeah, I don't know anything that's going on over there. So we only need like 2 shulker boxes of acacia logs, so we're like really close. Driving to California from Washington and using the stream as background noise. Ooh, good luck on the drive. It's a pretty day for it. let's see, you got to get through Tacoma and you got to get through Portland, and then you're pretty much smooth sailing on traffic wise. I don't know where you're starting from, but those are usually the big ones they need to like figure out how to get around. Was 10 minutes late, but caught up on YouTube and now over here. Welcome on in, Jason. Make sure y'all click the like button over on YouTube if you have not already. It helps me out a ton. I really do appreciate it. Okay, I think part of me just kind of wants to go deep slate mining for a little bit and see if we can get lucky and find some tough blobs. I need a lot of deep slate. So I think I just kind of want to go fill up a shulker of cobbled deep slate and a shulker of silk touch deep slate. Maybe 2. When is the next episode, Rofo? 2. I know, Earl asking the good questions over here. No, Rofo can be here and hang. We don't have to give him a hard time. I won't be mean to him like Germ's mean to Rofo all the time in Germ streams. I can't believe Germ even has a sound effect for you when you join the stream. I don't know, man. Starting from Yakima. Oh yeah, there, dude. Bend. Oh my god, I would love to live in Bend one day. I think like if there was a city, I love Seattle. I want to live in the Seattle area for as long as I can. But if it was like no longer like an option and I had to pick somewhere else, I really think I could live in Bend. I love Bend. Oh my god, every time I've been there 3 or 4 times as an adult, and I went 2 or 3 times as a kid to like the Sun River area, and I love it, dude. That's such a cool town. What project is this materials? Nah, it's kind of mountain, kind of not mountain, kind of all over the place. Just I need to restock on some stuff. Okay, let's do the shulker of silk touched first. Bend is beautiful. I have friends who live there. The downtown is awesome. Yeah, I've been there for a few buddies like bachelor parties, and then we also went during COVID and just like rented a house on the outskirts, like end of COVID when it was safer to travel again, and it was just so fun. It's so dry over in Bend. I like my valley rain. Yeah, that's the only problem, but they do have the rivers though. I feel like it's pretty. It's just a good spot. It's a good town. What was the closest call you've had? We've popped 1 totem in this world, but before I had totems, I did almost die. I can actually show y'all where. Let me pause this and I'll free cam over to it. At least I don't have to run there and just snap back. But if we follow, it's in a video, like only the aftermath of me showing what happened, but I couldn't actually get the recording of it because where is it? I think it's this cave. But in like the very first episode, I was mining up here somewhere. Like I was starting to mine. Yeah, I was like clearing out this first strip mine just to get some stone for the first episode, and then like getting some other things set up, and I was just doing something up here, and a creeper came down and exploded me, threw me up in the air, and I landed all the way down here, and the only reason I survived was because I minutes before had gotten feather falling 4. Really the only reason I survived that. That was probably the closest call we've had, because me getting the first totem pop that we had was I got kicked off of a strider into a lava lake, but I never was worried about dying there, really, outside of, oh god, I popped a totem, because totems, that was after the update where popping a totem would give you fire resistance, so I had plenty of time to get out of the lava. But yeah, those are definitely the 2 closest ones I've ever had. Remember that moment? Yeah, that was that was the first time in the world where I was not like actively recording in OBS, and I was just like, oh, I just need to mine a tunnel, I'll be fine. And then of course that's the time where I like had the biggest scare. Oh yeah, the trial chamber was close. Yeah, we did get to half hard in the trial chamber, but we didn't pop a totem. I feel like that's now my criteria of like close calls. But we did, doing an ominous trial, get down to half a heart because I was being a little dumb and wasn't actually fighting the skeletons.
Keep it real.
Memorialize the low action with a little shrine.
The location? Oh, I'm beyond. Yeah, I feel like it's been so long. Ooh, don't mind if I do. Piece of candy. I feel like it's been so long since then that I'm like, it happened. Maybe if we get more close calls and then we can do like an episode about like memorializing all of them. All right, I might have to turn on the AC at some point today. It is getting toasty. All your favorite Minecraft YouTubers are here. Nice, nice, nice. I'm working towards my full diamond block beacon. I actually think I could get pretty close. I just need to actually mine all of the diamond ore that I have. I've just been leaving it there. Careful what you wish for. Oh yeah, no, there's no wishing happening there. Just more of putting it off so I don't have to do it. My sister found it strange that I want to collect all the ore blocks. They're good decoration blocks. They're fun to throw into space if you can make it work. Yeah, wolves, that did happen, but I don't really count that as a close call because that was a full-on bug in Minecraft that I believe has since been fixed. If not, never log out of your world riding a horse. Because if your horse is in midair, there's a chance you never log out of a world while on a horse while you're like midair. Because somehow that caused my Y level to invert. Oh! Wow! Look at that! Why don't you make a movie of never seen clips of your entire adventure throughout this world? Because I don't really have any never seen clips that are worth including. I kind of include everything along the process of recording and going and doing all this stuff. Like every build in this world has been included. The only things that aren't included probably are like me trying to speak English and whatever comes out of my mouth is not English. It inverts your Y level. What a lovely feature. Yeah, no, I was on a skeleton horse up above at like Y level 70, and it was my first skeleton horse I ever got in, and I'm in here just recording, and I finished killing all the dudes that were riding the horses, and I'm getting the horse to start walking and taking it back over to the city, and my wife came in and was like, hey, I'm gonna go take the dogs on a walk. Do you want to join? And I was like, sure, yeah, I just finished up what I'm doing. I could get up and go take the dogs for a walk. That sounds great. And I get up, and I don't like to leave my game paused when I'm leaving my computer, so I log out every single time. And so I logged out and just went back to the main menu, and I came back and logged back in, and I had accidentally paused while I was like jumping on the horse to jump over something, and my Y level got inverted, and it just threw me out of the world. Thankfully, I had made the backup like funny enough like that morning. So I just took my character data from that and just copied it into the new one. So I lost some stats, like of a few hundred blocks mined somewhere on my inventory reset. So I actually just lost all those blocks. But yeah, so that was like such a game-breaking bug that there was no way to even turn that into content of showing it happen. So I was like, I just showed it in the video being like, hey, this happened. I'm ignoring it. I'm going to continue on. If you have a problem with it, I don't care. Monique, you don't need to keep asking for a mod. You're not going to get it. I only add people as mods when I need to have add more mods, and they have to be people who have been around the community for a long time. We don't just add any random person as a mod. That's completely broken. Oh yeah. No, it was. I had the only way I was able to know what happened to me because I logged in, and before my screen even finished like loading in, it came up that I was dead, and I was like, what the? But I looked in replay mod, and I was able to see my character sitting at the top of the world, and then suddenly it just teleported. Like one frame, the very first frame is at the top of the world, and then it just flipped, and I was at the perfect height for it, that it put me just below the bottom bedrock block, so I just fell into the void. If I was a few blocks farther down, like, and I wasn't like in the air as much, it would just have me start suffocating underground, so I could have recovered from there and like broken the blocks around me. But yeah, no, I just absolutely nothing I could do. So that was a fun one. That was a very fun one. I will honor any stupid death that happens to me. If I die to fall damage, if I die to a silverfish, if I die to an endermite, if I fall into the void, like in the end, or even in the overworld, if I'm doing something weird down at the bottom of the world and I go through the bedrock, or I'm breaking it and then I fall through, like, I will honor every single one of those deaths. But if I die to logging into the game due to it somehow, and I logged out in a safe position, that's when I'm like, okay, for the sake of like not ending the series on the stupidest note, like that's something that needs to be adjusted. Just started a new world. Nice, David, have fun. I do remember that being mentioned, but I kind of forgot about it. Yeah, no, I don't hide it. I've had some people being like, but you did die, you blah, blah, blah. I'm like, that's sure, yeah, whatever. But also, like, am I gonna lose 2 years worth of work due to a game-breaking bug? I feel like when you have a game-breaking bug like that and you have a way to fix it, and then it also gets acknowledged by the dev studios being a bug, I feel like that's okay to be like, yeah, I'm gonna revert this one. I think you might have pulled your thigh. Ooh, ouch. Pulling any muscle sucks so bad. Not pulling a muscle, but I was doing renegade rows yesterday, where when you're like down in push-up position and you row the dumbbell back up to your like armpit kind of, and I was doing so many of them that I completely like skinned the entire point of my hand here on the dumbbell, and oh, my hands have been hurting so bad. Both of my hands, both of the palms of my hands are just like absolutely destroyed from during the rows, and I'm like, I don't like this. Okay, one more trip down. I will not count glitches / bugs that don't have a fix as a death. Yeah, I like, if it is my own fault, if I'm trying to abuse a glitch in the game to get something like breaking bedrock, using a piston glitch or something like that, I will honor that 100%. If my player is involved, if I'm actively sitting at the computer doing something in game, I will always honor that, and that'll be how the series goes, no matter how stupid it is. But if it's something where I'm logging into the world or the game crashes and then I come back and I'm dead, then I'm gonna be like, yeah, we need to talk about this. But if any of that stuff ever happens, I'll always talk about it with the community and be like, hey, how do we feel about it? It's always your right side that gets injured. It's actually not uncommon for people to more likely pull muscles on certain sides of their bodies. It's usually from favoring the other side more often, or like just being less flexible on those sides, from my understanding. But yeah, it's actually really common for people to pull the muscle on Are you left-handed, Megan, by chance? If you don't want to share, you don't have to. But I'm mostly curious if that lines up. How do you deal with big projects? I'm making an animal island in my world, and it's not a big project, but I'm still overwhelmed. Take it into smaller bits, Fled. See what you can do to do just a tiny bit. Instead of focusing on, I have to build this big island for all of my animals, what animals are you including in the island? Maybe you have a cow exhibit. Focus only on the cow exhibit. Or even before you start building the different islands for all the, like, the different spaces for the animals to live in, get your roads down and give yourself like 20 minutes just to visualize where you want things to go. And whether that's walking around and putting signs down, like just craft a bunch of signs and just plop them down and be like, cows over here, chickens over here, sheep over here, pandas this way. Do that type of stuff and it'll help a lot. And once you can get that sorted, then pick one of those things and focus on doing that. And if you get halfway through it and you're like, I don't want to do this anymore, I want to work on something else, then go work on the other thing. But like, if you can get your brain focused on one small part that you're working on at that time, that'll help make it not so scary to do all of the things. Hey, Crypto, how we doing? Yeah, everybody take your meds for the day, get something to eat, drink some water, do all that good healthy stuff. Hardcore, one of the worst ways to die in hardcore when you see a lot of monsters near you. I feel like I'm not actually too scared if there's a ton of mobs around me. If it's just like regular Minecraft mobs that you see, like when you're just the overworld mobs, they don't really scare me that much. I feel like the mobs I get more scared of is if I'm like in the open with guardians. They do a lot of damage very quickly. If there's Trident drowned and there's like coming in from multiple angles, that can be pretty spooky. There's 46 I needed. 48. Creepers, I feel like I'm not that scared of creepers. I feel like I can pretty consistently fight creepers pretty well, at least to a point where they're not gonna like explode right on my face. Season 2 death. Yeah, Season 2 death was stupid because I got caught in the water. Does anyone know how to check my world stats on Bedrock, mainly on PS5? I had no idea. I don't think Bedrock really does a great job of keeping stats, unfortunately. How to get better at doing details and build? I feel like it's part of building that's most challenging for me. I think it's all about building up your builder's toolkit. That's a big part of it. And I think a great way to build up your toolkit of little like design ideas that you can pull into what you're doing is looking at other Minecraft creators and seeing how they've turned something that's from like non-Minecraft into Minecraft and how have they visualized that, and then see if you can use that as a little way to like improve what you're doing so that you can then kind of visualize that, like, okay, you're building a house from, or you're building a ruined church from Elden Ring, I don't know, and there's a lot of really cool shapes on the window frames and all those things, and then but you're like, how do I do that, because that's really crazy like unique shaping, but I want to get it as accurate as I can to what's shown in the game. And then you can look up and see like, oh, I'm seeing other creators who are using glass panes, or maybe they're using levers to help get the shape a little bit better, and they're using walls with glass panes bringing it out, and kind of just the extra depth that they're throwing in for those things. You can kind of use that and bring that into your own way of doing it. And then once you've kind of figured out a few toolkitty things of that, then try and go into, then stop looking at Minecraft builds for inspiration and start looking at like non-Minecraft things, and then try and translate that into Minecraft. Like look at a 2D art that somebody made and that you just think is absolutely awesome. Like there's fantasy artists that are just really, really cool, making cityscapes and buildings and mountain ranges and whatnot all the time. And if you can look at stuff that they've made and translate that into Minecraft, then you can kind of get some creative ideas going for how is to like do that in a way that's like accurate to what they were trying to portray in their build. Love the sticky outy bits that I do. Yeah, those like, I feel like I got the sticky outy bits from somebody a long time ago. That I try to not do them everywhere anymore. I find that they can kind of look a little gritty, and I don't really want my builds to look grid-like. I'm right-handed. If you saw that or not. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know. I was guessing left-handed, but or lefty if the right side always gets tight, but maybe not. I don't know. Yeah, I feel like for me, I'm left-handed, but whenever I have like really tight muscles, they're always like the right side of my body, just because I usually don't work them as hard as my left side, just because I favor that more. And then I don't know. I find that sometimes that makes it so that when I do like really work the right side of my body, then that they get more sore, strained more often. So I've been really trying to focusing on like evening everything out. I definitely need to keep stretching more often. I was really good about stretching for a bit, and then I just kind of stopped, and I'm really just not doing that great of a job of it anymore. How do I get my build ideas? I'm trying to tell a story in this world. So I try and fit things that'll help tell that story of the world, of like the big fantasy world I'm trying to create, and using that as a way to kind of keeping it moving forward is something that I really try hard on. And then once I know like where that story direction is going to go in the next while, of like what build style or village or region that I want to start working on, after I get that sorted, then I will start to figure out how I can take all of that to like what build style do I actually want, what architectural style do I actually want in there. And that's usually when I kind of go online and start looking at like Google Images or Pinterest or ArtStation or stuff like that to try and get some idea of how people have portrayed that style before, like what in essence comes up to create a Viking build style or something like that. But if I can figure out like what type of shapes they're using in those, and then I can kind of start taking that from there and using it in my own. I get more lily pads because I can't bone meal them. You can fish for lily pads. You can go to a swamp and just de-lily padify the entire thing, or you can buy them from a wandering trader. Lily pads are a pain in the butt to get a lot of them. If you were in charge of the next big update, what would it be? The biome update. Every biome that they have talked about updating since the biome votes have began, add them all. Well, update them all. They're not really new biomes coming in. It was all revamps of old biomes. But regardless, I want all of them.
Pleased to meet
Because
you.
that would be a few new types of trees. David, thanks for the tier 1, dude. I appreciate you. Because that would be official palm trees, baobab trees, and the ostrich, the vulture, the meerkat, anthills, and what else would we get? Oasis. We get an oasis microbiome in the desert. Also, sorry if there's a bunch of noise. We have people working in the garage, still doing the renovation in there, and then somebody else is out with a leaf blower right now, so you know, super noisy. Okay, so thanks for hanging. I didn't mean to break that one. Whatever. Forgot about the burb update. Well, an ostrich is a bird, so we would get a new bird. What do you want to see in an end update? I want to see them preserve the emptiness of the end, but add microbiomes throughout it. Like, I think if they go the route of doing like the better end mod, I think that'll be absolutely terrible for the game, to be honest. But I'm really interested in doing something, like seeing something where not just the only thing that you find out there in the bleak nothingness of the outer end islands is Enderman and end cities and chorus fruit everywhere. Like, keep the chorus fruit all over the place. Like, keep them very relevant and like a lot of it, but add like sub microbiomes throughout that are going to be a lot more full, like a little like end oasis where there's just a bunch of cool end trees popping up in there. Yeah, little safe havens, maybe even some places where like endermen are scared of a block or something like that, and so they can't go in. Or I think in order for an end update to be successful long term, there has to be some sort of a semi-neutral faction added to the end. And what I mean by semi-neutral is, think Piglins. We have villagers in the overworld who we are fully friendly with. They're great. We can trade with them. We can do whatever we want around them. They're not going to hurt us. In the Nether, you have Piglins that you can barter with. So there's a way of interacting with them. You can wear gold armor and they're friendly and they're great. And so there kind of is a civilization of both the overworld and the Nether that we can ally ourselves with, or at least work with. I think that the Nether, or the end, desperately needs something like that. There has to be a way for us to have long-term looping gameplay out in the end that is only relevant to the end. Like, I think they need to make some sort of end faction that we can trade with and interact with, and whether it's a new form of bartering or whether it's something else, but there has to be like unique goodies that you can get out there. And there's so much openness to that if you take on the concept of how Endermen just pick up blocks and move them around, and how maybe they bring them to the dimension. So there's ways to get overworld items from being in the Nether, from being in the end, because Endermen have picked them up from the overworld and teleported back home to the end, and they've just dropped them off. Maybe diamond piglin type mobs. I don't want it to be a piglin, but I want it to be like some sort of like little end scavenger something dude, like the forgotten one's Draenei from WoW. Forgotten one's Draenei, lost one, sorry. But like something like one of these dudes. These are the Draenei from World of Warcraft. They're really cool space goat people. But something more like towards like this direction, like one of these two like lower forgotten ones. Like, I feel like either of these two could be absolutely awesome in a Minecrafty way, like in a very Minecrafty way, but something that would kind of fit this type of a vibe, I think could be really, really cool for the end. Like, the Nether update created a way for a player to fully survive and do everything they could ever need just living in the Nether. The end needs to get the same treatment. So there has to be a food source that gets added out there that's not chorus fruit. There has to be some passive mobs out there that you can have some form of animal husbandry with. And there needs to be some sort of a semi-neutral or neutral faction that we can trade and interact with. Bit like wandering traders. No. Like, I want them to have like full villages. The same way piglins have like bastions. I think we need to have like villages. So we already have end cities, which kind of is the equivalent of like another fortress. So we've already got that in the game. I'm just gonna break all this and we'll jump down and pick it up. A purple wood type. Yeah, I think they need a purple and a blue wood type, and maybe even like a cool green wood type coming out of it. Do you think the addition of the end flashes is just aesthetic, or is a sign that Mojang is actually working on the end? I feel like it's a sign that there is an end update being theorized, and worked on, and that they're like starting to develop it. I think anybody who's like, no, they're not working on end update is kind of crazy. Like, Minecraft obviously is going to do an end update at some point. Whether we see that soon or whether we see that in like 2027, 2028, I don't know. I'm not expecting the end update to be the next update, but I'm kind of expecting the end update to come in 2027. I feel like that's where my tinfoil hat's going right now, because I think we're gonna get our copper golem drop, and then the next Minecraft Live, whenever that rolls around, we're gonna hear about what the next drop is gonna be and what the theme of that one's gonna be. And I feel like that's gonna be a smaller one, because I think the Java team is gonna try and push vibrant visuals to be the next big Java feature that comes, so that it can be caught up with Bedrock. And so I think we're going to see a lot of rendering engine changes coming to Java, and that we're going to then get vibrant visuals on Java. So we're going to have access to that, I think, in next year. And I don't think that will line up with the same workload type that they could do to be able to get the end update out in the same year. So I feel like the end update is going to be one of the next major updates. I think that's coming in 2027. That's where my tinfoil hat goes. So we'll see. We'll see. But I wouldn't be surprised if we see the copper golem stuff coming out in the next few months. The only thing that parallels the Nether update in the end would be bad is Netherite. I don't want a new tier of armor and tools, like if they added new ore or something. I would love, instead of Netherite, like an upgrade. Like, I don't want Enderite. I think Enderite's bad for the game, but I think I want a new lapis. I want a new form of enchanting upgrade. That would be so sick. Like, if we could have a new way to enchant that would get rid of like the too expensive result, or allow for some slightly better enchantments on your gear. So don't give us better base armor values on the gear. We don't need that. We already have enough of that. You never die in this game if you have full netherite armor and you're just eating food. Like, it's pretty impossible to get killed unless you're fighting a warden, because he ignores armor. But I think adding new enchantments that are exclusive between each other but have a lot of use, that are also not exclusive with existing enchantments, I think could be really, really cool. Upgraded elytra options. I don't think we need an upgraded elytra. I think we get more durability on an elytra, but I don't think we need an upgraded elytra. I think the elytra is already so game breaking as is. Not game breaking, game influencing. The elytra already is kind of the pinnacle of endgame Minecraft, of like, this opens so many doors. It's either elytras or shulker boxes. Like, those two things are that is endgame Minecraft, once you have access to enough of those to keep you moving. But yeah, I don't think we're gonna get it, but I really want to have a new enchanting system that's not just like more enchants thrown into the game. Like, I think like an alternative that can be applied on top of, like, we've enchanted this once with lapis, right? We have our silk touch, efficiency, unbreaking 3, mending. Like, we have that. Allow us to have a secondary augment system to apply to tools that maybe appears visually on them, because we can't armor trim our tools or anything like that. But maybe there's a way where you could add some, like to the end of it, like right, you can't see it, it's behind my face, right here, like something here where you could change the color of it or make it like sharper, and you could have like more custom looking tools and allow that to be like better digging speeds or something like that. Bigger inventory in shulker boxes. I feel like that's just kind of a band-aid fix on like a much bigger problem. I feel like instead of a bigger inventory for shulkers, they need to... Sorry. Let me close my window. That's still going. It's not going to get much quieter. Sorry. That's my yard guy now. He just showed up. Enchanting in general needs a pretty big overhaul. I feel like the end is the perfect excuse to just implement a new system. Like, that's such a cool way to implement a new system. Not specific to the end, but I think it'd be balanced to have a system that use acquired XP to repair instead of only new experience drops. Oh, like I could say like, hey, I have 244 levels, shift blah 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 blah, and then my Elytra's repaired. I feel like that just turns you into a repair bank. Like I feel like I would rather a different use for experience. I think experience needs more ways of spending it. If you're... Oh, that's all soak touch. Dang it! We didn't need any of that. Whatever. I'll use it. I feel like we need to see some other way of spending experience that's not just a change for getting rid of, like, the gaining it process, you know? Like, give more reasons to use experience other than just renaming things. Then has to be the next big update, because you look at they did big nether, then overworld, then mountains, then caves. So yeah, and you do enchantments like that. I don't think it's guaranteed the next update, but I think there's a big chance that the next big update is the end. I mean, Olraf did that stream. Granted, this is not official Minecraft news, but he did a stream where he was, it wasn't in English, I think. Not sure exactly what language it was in. Can't remember. But some things got translated saying that Minecraft has a roadmap that they're working on through the end of 2028. And they already have the updates like roughly planned out for that time frame. And then he said that he would like to see an end update. All of that stuff was very much... He did comment on the Reddit post that shared it. And he was like, just so you know, this was me talking about my wants and wishes, not official Minecraft talk. This is just me talking with a friend. To clarify that that wasn't Minecraft's official stance on it, which is smart by him to do. How's your day so far? It's been a little bit of a hectic start to the day, but it's not bad. Going out of town tonight, not very far, just going to Eastern Washington for the night. As we're going fishing tomorrow, so I'm trying to coordinate with my brother when we're gonna meet, because I'm gonna carpool with him across the mountains to go do some fishing. One with my brothers and my grandpa. It's gonna be a great time. It'd be cool if you could use experience to reshuffle enchants in the enchanting table. You can do that with a grindstone, but yeah, it would be nice to be able to do that on one less. Eastern, south, or north. Oh wait, there's tough here. We're just going directly across I-90, just kind of that area. Tough. I'm not risking that. I ain't that dumb. You have a good time over there? Thank you. Yeah, we're just going for the day. Traveling Italy at the moment from Australia. I'm in Australia, and time zones line up for your streams perfectly while laying in my hotel. That was the plan all along. No, you can where before you'd be like waking up and the stream would be starting. Now you're like going to bed and the stream's starting. How far is Seattle from the Olympic National Park? As the crow flies, not very far. Driving time can vary. But you just have to get across the water. You just have to get across the Puget Sound, and you're only an hour or two drive from there to the Olympics. So with the ferry, depending on ferry times, you're probably looking about 4 hours from Seattle. You can be at the Olympic National Park, if you go across the ferries. If you're driving around, probably 5. I've actually never been out to the Olympic National Park. I feel like that's like my one thing in Washington I haven't done. I'm like, I need to do this one day. I've been to every other corner of Washington. Like, I've done the San Juans. I've done all of Eastern Washington. I've hiked almost every single mountain in the Cascades. Actually, I've also never been to Paradise on Rainier. I've been to other parts of Rainier, but I've never been up to Paradise. Yeah, I've never been to the Olympics, and I've never been like to the upper parts of Rainier. What's the next big project for this world? I feel like I'm kind of in a big landscaping phase right now, at least planning it out. So probably the next big project is gonna be one of the mountains. Just went for the first time. Nice. Yeah, I always grew up just being like, oh, I want to go on a hike. And, you know, the Cascades are about 45 minutes from my house. So I'm just going to go up there instead of driving 3.5 hours down to Rainier, because these are still mountains and they're still beautiful. So I'm going to have a great time regardless. And then just kind of never really got all the way down. You should use TNT bombers. I'm using TNT right now. You have anywhere I can send you reference photos? I have it available for members in the Discord, but there's always the inspiration channel in the Discord itself if you want to post in there. There's always good stuff in there, whether you're sharing with me or sharing with everybody. But seriously, why don't you use TNT bombers? Is it a rule or something? It's so fast. Yeah, I don't duplicate blocks outside of very few cases. My friends on YouTube, if you haven't already, click the like button. It helps me out a ton. I really do appreciate it. We got 730 people in here right now. We're at 400 likes. If you click the like button, it helps out. Hey, Liz, how we doing? Welcome on in. Gravel. Wait, I can be a pro Minecrafter. Where's Flying Machine? Flying Machine is... Yeah, we've got... Did I unpause? I did unpause. Yeah, we've got, where are they? There's Duper. So we have TNT and we have Duper. And then somewhere in here, we should have Flying Machine. Oh, Flying Machine was right there. Yeah, we have TNT and we have TNT and Flying Machine right here. We're good. We don't need to, we got our TNT Flying Machine right here. Be better, but I'm here. Leaving soonish. Go to Minnesota. Minnesota. Rules still apply to abbreviations, chat. Minnesota. Yeah, I'm sure that's how it goes. Education in Minecraft as well. Interesting. You make TNT to use underwater. Dude, I feel like some of the education Minecraft features are actually really cool. Yeah, I'm a professional. Professional Minecrafter right there. I kind of wish they had done that trick in the Minecraft movie. I don't know how they would have done it, but I kind of wish they somehow had done like a torch trick like that, because I feel like that's such an OG Minecraft thing. Right now in Minnesota, it's cloudy. Yeah, we're getting a heat wave here in the West Coast for the next few days, at least in Washington. It's gonna be hot. I was looking at where we're gonna be fishing tomorrow, and it's gonna be like 95 in like 40% humidity, and I'm like, that's gonna be rough. What are the rules you have in your world? No TNT duping outside of the nether tree farm and the mangrove tree farm. And that's the big one is no TNT duping and no item duping. And I want to do everything by hand. So I'll allow myself to like bring in schematics of builds that I've created and things like that, and kind of go and design all the things in creative as I wish and need to, and blah 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 blah, because it just makes me have more fun in this game. But everything else, if I can design it myself, I'll design it myself, even including redstone farms. But I'm not going to shy away from using somebody's farm if it's better than what I can make. I don't really have a whole lot of rules outside of I feel like all of my rules are pretty typical for a Minecraft world. Which color you should paint your nails next? Ooh, Sid's going to get her nails done right now. She's actually probably at her appointment right now getting her nails done. Mentioned the heat wave, and it's supposed to be 101 today. I'm cooked. Yeah, that'll be a light cook, a light cooking, a slow roast, if you will. Yeah, it's only 75 here today, but it's pretty humid, so it's like, ugh. It's gross, dude. It feels gross.
Hey, for real.
Conclusion: you are very hands-on with building.
Pretty much, yeah. I like to be able to gather all the blocks. I don't really like using TNT dupers for gathering blocks and things, as I really like to kind of go through the process of all of it, as I really like this time. I really like this time of just chilling and not really doing much. Like, I know we've just been mining deep slate and yapping for an hour, but I've been having a great time with it. I'm having a good time. Just chilling inside playing some Minecraft, building a wall for my city. Nice, dude. Public enemy number 1, mangrove trees. Public enemy number 2 and 3, warped and crimson trees. My only problem with Minecraft is I want to have everything fast. I feel like there's a good lesson in being able to learn to slow down. I kind of used to be that way, especially with being a content creator, being like, the faster I can get my materials, the faster I can get my video done, and the faster I can work on to the next video, which means the faster I can get paid, and blah, 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 the more money I can blah, blah. And then I realized it was making long-term was that I was getting less and less attached to what I was doing, and so what I was making was getting worse and worse and worse. And I did make the conscious decision to be like, you know what? I'm gonna be slowing down and really prioritizing making stuff that I'm super satisfied with, and just going from there with all of it. I feel like slowing down and being able to really enjoy what I made instead of being like, yeah, I threw up that house in an hour, and then being like, it kind of sucks though. I'll probably want to redo it later. I'd rather spend 2-3 hours on a house than something that I'm happy with for a long time. Monique, you can chill out and chat. We don't. I think you're kind of new here, but you can chill out on all the spammy stuff if you'd like to stay in the community. Otherwise, if you keep going down the route you're going, you're gonna get a ban. Just so you know. Mods have already deleted your messages a few times, so please take that as a note of stop spamming and read the rules if you need to. You already agreed to them by talking in the chat, so we'll leave that to you as you wish. Are we done? Ah, stack and a half. And we're done. But hey, 21 more diamond ore. Any plans for the weekend? I'm going fishing. I'm going fly fishing with my brothers and my grandpa tomorrow. We're just doing a one-day river float. I'm gonna go hang, do that, and then Sunday doing a late birthday dinner with my fam again for those I haven't been able to see yet this month. They were all, oh yeah, no, I mean, May, they sound like a great person that we should add as a moderator. I love when people come into my stream or any stream that I'm just chilling in, and their first messages are, can I have mod? And then if you don't answer them, they then proceed to spam and speed run how quickly they can break every rule in chat. Those are like, that's my ideal moderator. Like, that's just that sounds like exactly the person I want to give mod to. What's fly fishing? It's it's a different type of fishing. Instead of where like normal fishing you'd probably think of, you just like put your rod in the water and you just kind of wait for a bite. Fly fishing, you're actively like casting to where you see the fish jumping out of the water. It's more for rivers and smaller fish. You can still do some saltwater fly fishing. That definitely is a thing. But yeah, so we're going for rainbow and brown trout.
Hey fWhip, I'm just wondering, no offense meant, but have you given up on the Dwarven Kingdom? It feels like it's barely been getting any love compared to the Kingdom of Pats and New Papyrus. If you have, it's totally okay. I'm just curious.
Jeremy, thanks for the dono, dude. Haven't given up. I realized as I was working on it that I was taking on a new project when I still had so many existing projects that I needed to do. Was a big reason, so it's kind of went on hold for a little while. I am still actively going to do more over there. I've got plans for it in my brain. I haven't planned them out in game yet because, again, I've been kind of focusing on wrapping up other things. As I'm kind of getting the goal. I don't think it's going to happen. We will see. Of either by the end of this year or like, I think it's probably going to be more by start of summer next year. I want to have Path completely finished. People are asking for shaders, shots of the university. If you're still in here, welcome to University with shaders. Let me put my guy down here just because we might get some phantoms. So we're going to go sit under that. How much time we got? Moon's up at the top. Flashbang warning. Oh, no flashbang. Why do I have my hotbar up here when I'm in free cam mode? swear my character's down there. It's not super bright. Yeah, the greenhouses don't have a whole lot of crazy shine to them. That's kind of cool with it there, though. I like that. That's a cool view. With the light adding in. The tree and the auroras. That one's pretty cool with all the light in there. Yeah, it's pretty sick. It's pretty. Pretty. Hey, pretty. Oh, wait. Hold, please. It was a little spoilery. You've all have seen that build already. Ah. Oh, no. We're underwater there. The reflection. All right, I grabbed a screenshot of it. I'll dump it in Photoshop. That beam is kind of ruining it a little bit, but whatever. There you go. There we go. Let's get a little morning light on there too. The Aurora. Yeah, the shader pack I use, I've turned the Aurora on every single night. Oh, you know, I didn't we're definitely gonna get a better shot right here if we can figure out how to we're kind of losing the reflection. Can I? It's not gonna be the full. Let's mess with our FOV. What can we do? It'll look better with a lower FOV because like you go up here and Quake Pro just makes it look. Ugh. I normally play an 80, but I want to see what can we do. The little happy gas is chilling. He's just vibing. Yeah. Let's go with that. All right. I threw both those in the supporter chat for anybody who wants them. Is this your full-time job? Yeah, I've been doing this full-time for about 5-6 years. If they say it again, you can just time them out for 10 minutes or whatever. They clearly aren't listening to the stream. They're only asking questions and not listening for the answer. Maybe they'll start listening if we can't make it so that they can't chat. Dude, I can't believe we didn't find a single piece of tough. Well, actually, we found 24. But we didn't find a single tough vein. Complementary shaders. Yeah, those are complementary unbound. Kappa V3. Kappa shader. Have I never heard of Kappa shaders before? 6 months ago? Sure. See what they look like. V5. They only have 5.3 on the... Oh my god, what is going on in here? Ew. Oh, ew, dude. Ew.
Thank you kindly.
Hey fWhip, bit of a random question, but do you think it's important as a Minecraft content creator to keep your content family friendly? Or is there room for adult rated Minecraft content?
Dust Multiboxing, thanks so much for the tip. I think if you're going with adult Minecraft content, like, I'm assuming you mean just like throwing like swearing in videos and everything like that, I think you are actively isolating part of your audience for no reason. That's like my biggest thing is I'm not family friendly when I'm speaking in life and like going around and talking with people. Like if you ever catch me outside of YouTube and I'm just chilling with friends or whatever, like I'm not a family friendly speaker 24/7. And I'm totally okay with that. I don't really care to be. But I think that as a Minecraft content creator, a large portion of the audience is people who are on the younger side, or parents care a little bit more about who they're watching and things like that. So by not being family friendly, you're just limiting your potential audience. And you can also still, like, I go with I'm Cartoon Network. Oh my god, what did you have me download? What the heck is this? Wombat, what did you do to my game? Wombat, what did you do? Is this Kappa? Is this Kappa? Wow. It's because of the Voxy mod? Yeah, I figured. Wow, look at that. Oh my god. Looks amazing, dude. This is such a cool shader pack. Okay, we'll see how it's going. Okay, I'll give you pretty cool. I think I like complimentary a little bit more because this is a lot more atmospheric, just like blue fogginess to it, which I'm sure I could mess around with the settings. But I think I like complimentary Unbound a lot because it looks very simple. I don't like ultra realistic shaders. Like, I'm not a big fan of water looking like this, like where it's constantly moving that much, or just realistic water. I'm actually not a fan. I like shaders that make it a little bit more Minecrafty. Like, this is pretty Minecrafty. Like, there's still a little smoothness to it, but overall it's still pretty Minecrafty. White screen warning. Good for cinematics and screenshots, not for playing. Yeah, that's fair. But yeah, anyways, on the family friendliness, I would just definitely recommend if you're a content creator, I would recommend being family friendly, but I would also say be Cartoon Network family friendly. I think that's the best way to go, because then you can still make fun jokes and have all that type of humor in there, and you can still apply, like, you can just have great jokes going on and not really need to worry, like, stress about that side of things, but then you're also still not, like, losing potential viewers. And by Cartoon Network friendly, for anybody who doesn't know what I mean, Cartoon Network, if you watched like their old shows back in the like early 2000s, there were multi-layered jokes in there. You'd have jokes that were geared towards the parents, you'd have jokes that were geared towards the kids. Everybody could laugh at them because they were funny, but they just hit people in a different way. Of like, once you're older and you kind of had like more experience in life, you would understand maybe there was just a little bit more of a vulgar joke than not, but it was still delivered in a way that the kids would be watching it and be like, oh wait, that's really funny. And then you're an adult and you're thinking about it and you're like, oh, okay. So like, that's the type of humor that I go for. Please stop calling my childhood old. It's fine. It's okay to grow up. Let's go chop some acacia trees. How are you doing today? I'm pretty good. I might. Oh, no, I hit the wrong one. Sorry. We're gonna go out that way and just chop a bunch of acacia trees down, because why not? Lego movie vibes? Yeah, a little bit. I don't know why, but adult animated comedy shows just aren't as interesting as the kids shows we used to have. That's a little bit nostalgia probably impacting that one, but yeah. Stop reminding me I'm almost 21. Dude, I just turned 31. Don't... You're good. You're still a baby. Don't worry. I'm opening my window again. The leaf blower has stopped. Literal spring chicken. Exactly. Oh, to be so young. I don't know why it keeps doing that. Some weird LOD out in this area that just keeps bugging. From Voxy. I don't know what it is. Oh, it's these waterways. They're somehow like not working. Weird. Yeah, it's like it's just above that waterway. Interesting.
Pleased to meet you.
Interesting.
I almost have the full-grown tree.
Nathan, thank you for the 11 months, my dude. Pretty sure half your audience are probably kids. Not really, actually. I'll go to my demographics right now. Audience. My audience is 75% male. Actually, I think I can just pull this up on the screen and it's not going to be weird. I should be careful not to scroll anywhere else. So let me just double check, make sure there's nothing else on here that I don't want to share. Yeah, this is fine, I think. Yeah. My audience, 75% male, 23.4% female, 1.4% unspecified. Under 18, we only have 7%. 18 to 24 is 35%. 24 to 34 is actually our biggest chunk.
Months. That is just a bit of time going BRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRR
months. I really appreciate you. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, then we have almost 13%, or in late 30s, early 40s, and then from there it kind of dwindles down a little bit. But dude, I almost got 1% of my audience is 65 plus, so like we got all age ranges in here. But yeah, actually a vast majority of my audience is late 20s, early 30s. So That's always. And 38% from the US. Yeah, what else is on here that I can show? Yeah, still 53% are not subscribed. And then, yeah. Channel people also watch Waddles. Wombat, you're on there. Apparently, my viewers also watch you. Trixie Blocks, Wax Fraud, Impulse. You know, super fun stuff. Who else is on there? Haven't heard of them. Don't know them. Ah, Stam's on there. Disruptive Builds, Mr. Beardstone, nice. Oh, Barse, you're on there too. Skiz, Dallas, Marlowe. I don't know who Henry is, but yeah, there you go. There's some stats. If your world is fantasy, why do you add dragons? I don't have any dragons. Why don't I add dragons? I don't really like the look of dragons in my Minecraft world. This is where I've been harvesting. Where have I been harvesting all the acacia? I think it's here, but I think I deleted the chunk. Oh well, we're gonna change it to this island. We're gonna add important notes right there, because why not? Okay, we're just gonna pick up all the saplings and place them back down. Did I get it? Did I get the log? I think I got the log. I got the log. I know Rowan, he gives good building advice. Oh, interesting. What percent is from New Zealand? It's pretty low. I don't have too many New Zealand viewers. I actually have a decent amount of Australian, but not so many New Zealand. Ever built a society in the savannah? We've got a big savannah biome up here that I really want to transform and use all like these different hill like bluffs that they have in the savannah. They're gonna make some really cool builds up there eventually. Get your parents to sub and bring that 0.9% up. I think you overestimate how old parents are. I mean, there definitely are parents who are 65 plus, but there's also a lot. There's a... Hello? I guess there is a village over there. Weird. It's Zeros world map that shows the world map mod. It's good for visualizing, seeing how places connect. You seem to have a lot of builds planned. You just plan on keep playing in this world until you die in the game in real life? I mean, the plan is as long as I'm still interested in Minecraft and doing Minecraft YouTube, if I'm still in this world, then I want to keep it going. This is going to stay as my single player world for as long as I can. I may take breaks every once in a while to focus on things that are outside of this and like prioritize other worlds, like if there's an SMP or something that I'm really interested on, prioritizing
Any
that.
song you wanna recommend, and if yes, what genre is it? I am expanding my library for DJing sets. PS, acacia trees easiest to farm?
Acacia trees suck to chop, I'll be honest. Spruce trees are the easiest to farm, I think, or dark oak. Well, big spruce trees. You just go whoop and whoop, and you're good. Where are the things? Song rec though? I know you've asked this a few times. I'm so bad with remembering names of songs. What if you played this song? If you'd get any people who are secretly Minecraft fans, that'd be like, Scar? Wait a minute. That's one that you just randomly drop. Have you ever watched Star Wars? Once or twice? We're gonna make a new block of sapling. What's your favorite movie from Star Wars? Rogue One. Without a doubt. Without a doubt, Rogue One. Rogue One is like one of my favorite movies, just in general. Minecraft rave with prox chat. silent disco. Ah, an armadillo. No way, Rogue One, dude. Mine's for sure Revenge of the Sith. Revenge of the Sith is good, but Rogue One is just such a good one-off. Like, Revenge of the Sith is good because you have all the context of the other movies, but I think Revenge of the Sith as a standalone, like if you didn't go in the context of all the other stuff, I think Rogue One pulls ahead. But in context of the story, Revenge of the Sith is good, but I still will stand by Rogue One being my favorite by far. I also... My, like, gripe with Star Wars, I love Star Wars. Like, Star Wars over Lord of the Rings, for me, sure. Star Wars, big time over Harry Potter. Not a Harry Potter fan, really, at all. But my only gripe with Star Wars is that everything is focused around the Skywalkers. And, like, I get it. They're kind of, like, the main character family of all of that. And I like things that aren't focused around them. I like Star Wars as a universe. I don't like Star Wars because of the Skywalkers, if that makes sense.
Keep it real.
Would you rename your axe to Axiom?
But I have already... Can I ask you to subscribe? It's already got a great name to it. I know, who was it? There was somebody who named their horse Axiom in their world. Who was that? That was Ash's Den. The one who made the really good Axiom tutorial. In his survival world, his horse is just named Axiom. As a shout out to the mod. Yeah, what? Well, I can now secretly just, like, subtly ask you all to subscribe. Me when I'm a Sith wanting to be the main character. Nah. But yeah, I feel like that was also like my biggest gripe with the new trilogy. Was I was like, okay, I get it. Like, we're trying something new. Like, also Disney kind of fumbled the bag a little bit with being like not really planning a cohesive 3-part movie. They kind of made 3 individual movies and said this has to be a story. So like that kind of fumbled it, but also like the big thing that made it like not really memorable for me, or something that I really care to rewatch a lot, is that it just came back to the Skywalkers again. Like, I get Luke was in it, but then Rey changing her last name to being Skywalker at the end, I was like, no, guys, no. We had such a chance to close that chapter and open up new chapters within Star Wars lore and like move on to all of it and like a passing of the torch and we just go straight back to that? No, come on. There's so much potential. Click the like button on YouTube if you haven't already. Appreciate it. True, May. At least we had Ben. Big galaxy. Yeah. They always talk about how crazy large the galaxy is, then everything comes back to that one family, and I'm like, I get it. I get it that we want it to be a relatable story for everybody to like pick up on, blah 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 blah. But like, give me a new one. Like I've heard that story. I want a different story. It still feels weird playing without armor on. I mean, I have my armor equipped. I just have the invisible armor texture pack on for the hoodie. Because, you know, the Foliage University hoodie will keep you safe. There's no need for any other protection when you purchase a Foliage University hoodie. Keep you safe against the cold. Keep you safe against Minecraft creepers. It's the perfect hoodie. You can get it now. Have you seen Andor? We're halfway through season 2. We kind of put a pause on it to watch all of Severance, and then we've just been busy, so we haven't been watching shows too often. But we have 2 episodes left on Severance, the latest season, and then we're all done with that. And then we're going to go back to Andor and finish up season 2 there. We got like halfway through it, and then some friends are like, we're going to start watching Severance. And we're like, we'll watch Severance too, and then we could talk about it. And then we took forever to get through it, and our friends finished it weeks and weeks ago. Oopsies. The trees are growing. Have you ever tried the minimal armor so you can still see your skin? I find some of them, I just don't like how they look. I haven't really found a minimal armor that I appreciate the look of too much yet. I use one on Misadventures because it's nice to be able to use those on servers so you can see who people are from a distance. But I'm not a big fan of most of the minimal armor texture packs. I really don't like the one that's like most popular that makes your chest plate look like a hoodie. Like where it just like has along like here, it has like just like that back section where like if you're wearing a helmet, it just like is a bit along your neck. So your whole skin is still visible like from the front, but the back shows that you have something equipped. I'm like, I don't need my character to look like he has like a huge hood underneath his head or behind his head. Gotta sleep, keep our villagers safe. Well, Lurk has a need to do the dinner dishes. Ooh, I gotta go clean up the kitchen and everything before I leave. I did pack though. I've already packed, so you know I'm ahead of the game there. Pineapple field. Dude, I don't have that much ancient debris. Pineapple field is expensive. I guess we could just do ferns. Pineapples grow out of the ground, kind of, but they're like off of a plant, but it's like kind of out of the ground. Been on most of your streams recently. Can I get a shout out? No. I don't really know you, so I don't give shout outs to people unless I know who they are. If you're asking for me to just say your name or something, I also do that because that can be weird. But I appreciate you being here. Thank you for stopping by, but no, I'm not really that type of streamer. I don't really give people random shoutouts for no reason. That sounds like brand risk potential, and I don't want to do that. How did you make the pineapple? It was imported from a very, very far distant land we haven't built yet. Yeah, I'm going fishing tomorrow. Just doing a day of fly fishing with my brothers and my grandpa. That's a weird one. Instead of new papyrus, why don't we have a pineapple kingdom? True. Let's just make giant pineapples for houses. Italy. Hello, welcome on in. Yeah, we're gonna make not just pineapple land. We're gonna make the entire land out of pizza, and then we're gonna build pineapple houses on top of the land to make the best build ever. Remember, no self promo in the chat, please. Ever thought of doing cities in the air or underwater? Underwater, eventually, yes. In the air, most likely, no. I would rather do something that has like really tall mountains, that then the city is built off of the edge of the mountains to give it some gravitational like support, so it's not just floating. But Minecraft lighting has a really, really, really bad problem with floating builds. I mean, you can even see it here with the leaves. There's nothing touching the ground here, but because those leaves are up there, it's shadowed down here. So if you were to build a whole city floating up above, unless you're like really, really conscious about drilling holes through it, so you have light coming down to the bottom and like having gaps all over, underneath your floating build that you make up in the sky, you're just gonna have a mob spawner. Or you're gonna have to light up the entire thing with torches and whatnot, and then it's gonna look really fake. So I'm not a fan of floating builds. The only floating build that I've like seen that I really enjoyed was when Joel did Stratos. Like, he did a really good job on that because he had a lot of airiness and a lot of small buildings connected by bridges and very open, so it was still able to like let a lot of light through. But even under that, there were points that there was just mob spawning constantly. Sorry, Nova's barking. Would you add airships with landing platforms? Yeah, I think I want to make it like themed around the Happy Ghast. Eventually, whenever we get there. Bork. I know, sorry. The evil delivery man, you know. The super evil delivery man that leaves treats for her every time that they drop a package off. Absolutely the most evil thing ever that she definitely needs to be barking at to try and scare them away. I don't know how she hasn't really connected yet that same person that she wants to bark at to get rid of is the one who gives her milk bones. I don't you'd think by now she would have realized it. Because we'll see him, the delivery guy, sometimes when we're out walking the dogs. Like, he'll be making like his rounds when we're doing our stuff, because he's always in our neighborhood. It's his route, and we've stopped and he's been like, oh, can I give the dogs a treat? And Nova's like full on run up into his truck before and like been like, oh my god, I love it in here. You have such good snacks. Blah, 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 blah. And then the next day he'll show up at our house, drop something off, and Nova's like, rah, I must bark and scare you away. I'm like, what are you doing? Like yesterday you were all loving over that guy, and now you're like, you're evil. Get out of here. I'm like, you're so weird. Oh, weird dog. I think this grass is stopping those saplings from growing. How much acacia we got? Not much. Not a whole lot. Yeah, Spurs, what Miss May said. I have a private Discord I use for note taking, and then I also use just like Google Keep to write down notes as I'm doing stuff. Yeah, if you are a content creator and you're like me and I find myself out on the go and I'm like randomly coming up with ideas and they get stuck in my brain and I like need to, oh, I just stripped a log. I'll find that like I need to write it down, otherwise I like can't get it out of my brain. And so I made a Discord channel that I'm the only user inside of, because Discord doesn't disallow that. So I'll just write notes in there. I have a bunch of different channels that I've made for all the different topics that I take notes on, whether it's like merch ideas, whether it's one-off video ideas, whether it's hardcore series stuff, stream projects, that type of stuff. Yeah, rain and thunderstorms, I'm sure that's it. But yeah, if you're somebody who likes to take notes and do things, I find that having your own personal Discord is very, very good. Very helpful. That mod you're looking for is called Axiom, Spurs. You can do it with the annotation tool. You can't do that in survival though. That only works in creative. Did that for your grocery list. There you go. It's getting toasty in my office. Whew. Yeah, I feel like one day Discord's gonna have to shut down like personal Discords, because like that's just server space that they really probably don't want to be using. Like I wouldn't be surprised if there's some time in the future where Discord's like, all right, we're gonna start deleting servers that have less than 5 members or something like that, and being like, if you have less than 5 members, please just make a group chat, because less server blah blah blah, because Discord is still in their early phases where they're just living off of venture capital money that like they're not, I don't believe Discord is like actively making a profit. Like they're just living off of their valuation as a company. So they're gonna one day have to start turning a profit, and then a few of those like really nice features unfortunately are probably gonna get cut in order to maintain the overall quality of the platform, or to try and get more money somehow. So it'll be interesting to see where that goes. But if that's the case, I'm just gonna be like, hey, can I invite a lot of people to this? And then I'll just give you 0 permissions. You can't even read any of the rooms. And then I'll just be like, hey, I need friends to join this Discord. And then I'm gonna give you 0 read or write permissions. Just to get whatever the number is needed. Discord and quality don't really go together, do they? Dude, I think Discord is very high quality. You use a client like Lunar or one like that? Nope, this is based off of the default Minecraft launcher. Just use Fabric. Nah, I never found the use in Lunar Client or any of that type of stuff. Just never was something that I really cared to use. I feel like Discord is really, really high quality. I think they're just, they're trying to, like, they need to find a way to make money. That's like the big problem with Discord, is they need to find a way to make money that doesn't ruin the free user experience. Like, that's going to be their big growth struggle, is they have made a great product that is absolutely amazing and it's free. And they just don't really have a great way of monetizing it because not enough people are really buying Turbo, because the benefits off of Turbo aren't really that needed over like just being a free user. Have you used Discord on your phone? Yeah, Discord on my phone is great. I have an Android, it works perfect. I have zero problems with Discord on my phone. I don't know, man, that sounds like user error. The quality of Discord audio is 100 times better than that of Snapchat or WhatsApp. Yeah, and also if you become a paid, like a Turbo user, or if you like boost a channel, like a Discord server, you can get even better, higher kilobit rate audio quality. And that is actually, that's really, really good. Back in Empire Season 1, we had like a bunch of people who were Discord partners then, and we just had everybody use one of their like free server boosts that you get from being a Discord partner on our server, and it just made audio quality so nice for any recording we had to do. Nah, Discord is my work phone. That's what, whenever anybody like asks me like for it or anything like that, and the reason I don't add anybody who's not a content creator or like a moderator or somebody like that, well, one, that's just like full on, don't need those weird parasocial relationships extending any further. I'm very much a big believer of just because I'm a content creator doesn't need I need to be accessible to everybody. Gotta protect myself first, you know? And then, and also, I used to have my DMs open and things got very, very weird for a while, so I shut them all down. And then, but yeah, Discord's basically a work phone for me. Just the way I get in contact with any creator that I'm working with or trying to get. Even like a lot of the brand deals and things that come through now, like they'll just want to talk over Discord. It's fantastic. Like, instead of email threads that go on forever and ever and ever, it's just quick Discord conversation and then send a recap in the email and then boom. Yeah, I actually talk to most of my friends using Discord now, even to the point where Sid has a Discord account. I think she only uses it to message me, but if she needs to get my attention or something, she'll just send me a message on Discord and I respond much faster than if it's a text message. Which is probably not the best, but you know, hey, it's how it goes. Turbos for Twitch. What's Discord got? Nitro, not Turbo, Nitro. Yeah, May, do it at your own risk. No, I'm kidding. No, because I even had for a while, like, as a Patreon tier, that I would give, like, I still have it. It's just done in a different way now. But for, like, a Patreon or, like, the bigger membership tiers, I was giving people access to connect with me, to, like, chat about YouTube things or get build advice or stuff like that in a much more direct one-on-one way. Just because I can't feasibly give every single person here build advice outside of random, like, just stream boy. So I was like, if people actually really want advice from me, whether it's in regards to content creation or Minecraft building or just YouTube in general, whatever, I have Patreon tiers that are there for people. And originally I was just adding those people as friends on Discord. And then I was like, I had one weird interaction that we don't need to get into, but it made me realize of being like, yeah, I want more people having insight into what is said in these chat rooms, and I want better logging on it. So now it's changed. Instead of just me and that and whoever chatting, it's now me and that person chatting, and then every single moderator has view access into the chats, but they don't have write access. I believe maybe they do, but they just don't talk in there. And so that way, just like there's more eyeballs in, just to avoid any weird scenarios that might pop up of the very, very unfun parts of being a content creator. Just resource gathering. Yep, pretty much today. Just kind of picking up a little everything. Don't do a lot of social media. Yep, me neither. I only use Instagram to post, and I only use Twitter to post. I scroll Reddit every once in a while, just when I need some like brain rot time, but like I don't watch any short form content. I don't really watch. I'll watch YouTube videos and I'll scroll Reddit. That's like the extent of social media that I use. And I watch Twitch streams, I guess. If YouTube's in there, I should probably share the Twitch stuff too. But that's not even that much, typically. It's only if I'm like need some background noise because I can't focus on whatever I'm doing. I just need some background noise going on. A bit late in my comment here, but Discord doesn't really need to make a profit. The value in is the customer itself, the gold mine of potential advertising threads it comes with. Yeah, Crimson, that's definitely true. They just got to figure out how to send those ads to users without it being like way in your face. Like that new like system they have where you can like watch like a 30-second ad or something, and you can get like a little profile picture thing. Like that's pretty cool. Like that's a cool way of doing it. But that, and like all the pop-ups of like, hey, if you play this game for a while, you can get this thing unlocked. Like those are cool integrations for it, but I feel like that's not like super sustainable long term. And like I would hate if at the top of your Discord search tab you're just constantly getting like advertisements or something like you get when you're opening up like Curse nowadays or something like that. Hey Jinxie, how we doing? Get so many sticks out of this too. Oh, great day. All those sticks and those leaves. Heck yeah. Look at all them saplings too. I don't want to build a tree farm for everything. I like still interacting with the world and breaking blocks and all that stuff. If we ever hit 21.48 or whatever the blocks are that you need to get your stats to break, if we ever hit that with logs mined, I'll make a tree farm for that type of log. What's the stat? It's 21,474,840 something. I can't remember what the last decibel is. But once you hit that, the Minecraft no longer is able to count the stat any higher. So this number here is actually never going to go up anymore. But that's the only one that we have that's even remotely close to that. Nothing else has gotten up there at all. We are almost 100,000 trades with villagers, though. Just saw that. Yeah, our axe isn't even above 330,000 yet. So. I don't use the axe a whole lot. I only typically chop the trees down that I need. But usually trees are just the top layer of things, and they're not everywhere. So a lot of the big number jumps that I get are from clearing out landscapes. And you don't really have to clear too many trees when you're making a landscape. Like, there's a lot of blocks and leaves and everything, but there's not a whole lot of, like, density of stuff to take down. It just takes a while to get to the different log points. Hello, I'm new to your streams. Welcome on in. We're just doing some chill resource gathering stuff today, trying to get a little ahead on the different materials that I need recently. With all the blocks included, how many have you placed and destroyed? We're a few million of each for sure. I don't know the exact number though, but you can see that's 1.7, that's 3.4 of just those for mines. So you're looking at over 5 million right there. So we probably mined close to 6 million blocks in the world. If you account for all the different types of blocks and tools needed to break them and everything. And we've probably placed, I'd say we're probably in the 2 million placed. Go times used. Because we have 530,000 dirt, and then between those, you're above 1 million. And then you add up all those, we're probably above 2. Zero cake slices eaten. I know. I've never eaten my birthday cake. Yeah, Crimson, you're definitely right about the data, especially if they start like tracking how users use platforms and interact with things. In order to like that data alone would be so worth it to any company trying to make a social media anything. Are you at that point in Minecraft where not a lot of people are ever going to overtake you on stats? Probably. I mean, in order for somebody to overtake me, they'd have to play more than I do, which actually isn't that hard. I usually, I mean, not that hard, but if you're thinking like long-term wise, I'm probably playing Monday through Friday, 6 to 8 hours of Minecraft a day. So if you have somebody who's averaging 6 to 8 hours of Minecraft a day, every single week, they would be passing me, like catching up by 16 hours. And so like they would be catching up to me. But then you have like Linksy, who was here in chat earlier. He's probably streaming by now, but he's about to hit 50,000 days in his hardcore world, or he's over 50,000 days. And that man streams so much that there's like no feasible way I could ever catch up to him in day count unless I started playing like 10, 12 hours a day every day. Like there's still people who are way ahead of me in day count. Like there's a lot of Twitch streamers who don't build as much as I do, and I think that Linksy definitely has more built in his world than I do, because 50,000 days versus 11,000 days almost. Yeah, we have 10,909 days right now. But there's just like there's some people who I'll never catch up to, but also live streamers tend to play more active hours than video content creators, because as a content creator who's making videos, you're pausing to think about what you're going to say, you're figuring out how to do the things, you're kind of planning out your content a little bit more, instead of live streams are more like, let's just go along for the journey. And I think like full live streamed hardcore series, it definitely makes a lot more sense that a lot of them are done without any creative planning or anything like that going into it. Like they're there to see the entire process as it goes, whereas I always think that my world's a little bit more about, I'm going to show you this project that I did and share what I want from the process, instead of using every little tiny element to it. Like I'm not showing you every block I gather or place or anything like that. Well, here I'm showing you every block I gather because we're streaming. Woohoo! How many hours do I play per day? Like 6 to 8 on Monday through Friday, typically. Saturday, I try to not really play at all, but I usually end up with a little bit of just like mostly creative planning. I don't let myself record anything on Saturdays because I try to really give myself some time off. Okay, I think on that though, I think I gotta call it there because I've got a few things I gotta do around the house before we have something else going on this afternoon before I get out of here. So, where are your items not enchanted? They're all enchanted. I just turned the enchanting glint down in settings. You can see the enchanting glint on there if you look closely. But I think that's going to do it for today. Thank you all so very much for hanging today, my friends. Sorry for a little bit of a shorter stream today, but it was a good one. Deep Slate. Acacia. I'm going to name the file that. But the glint is so cool. I don't need to look like Thanos. I like it being more subtle, a little bit calmer. But thank you so very much for being out here today, my friends. I really do appreciate y'all. Have a lovely Friday, all that cool stuff, and have a lovely weekend. We'll be back again next week on Monday for some more streaming cool stuff over there. We'll figure out what we're doing. Probably more creative planning, to be honest. But yeah, that's gonna do it today. I'm gonna find somebody to raid over on the Twitch side, and with that, my friends, I'll catch you on the flip side. Bye.